Welcome back. It's your host, Mr. Gray. I just want to thank you for tuning in on this fine day. We are here today to talk about the Jordan 1 KO Billie Eilish collab. So, of course, you guys probably already know that dropped last week, but alongside of it, well, actually, not necessarily alongside of it, but in that same week on Billie Eilish's website, she also dropped the Jordan 15, which I'm not sure of the colorway. All I can tell you is it's a tannish, brownish color. Jordan 15 is not one of my favorite Jordans, of course, but I'm biased, extremely biased when it comes to specific Jordans anyway, so it's not fair for me to even talk about it. But this is the first Jordan 1 KO that I've ever owned. So I'm going to say it's interesting. I can't wait to get it in a light box because it's different. It's this. I hate to say it's the same but different. It's different because I haven't had one before. So this review is not only coming to you from someone who's never or just I've just never had a Jordan. I've never had a Jordan mid and I've never had a Jordan 1 KO. So this it I don't know why, to me when I look at it, it seems to have a look of that it falls in between the mid and the Jordan. Like the Jordan 1 high and the Jordan 1 mid. To me it appears that way. I could be completely wrong, but once I put it in the light box, you guys will be able to decide for it how you feel for yourself about it. Either way, it did come in women's sizing. This is it. You can see it says Billie Eilish right there on the front of the box. It's kind of bubbled up. You probably can't see that. Then on the sides, you got Billie here and Eilish there. Then you have her logo right there on the box. This is a size 12, which is a 10.5 in men's, my size. And the colors read as Key Lime. And it says Women's AJKO 1SP. So either way, just as an FYI, it retailed at 170. I haven't looked to see what it's going market-wise at the moment. I believe last week it was going about 220, 230 aftermarket, but I have not checked as of recently. I'm not going to show you the shoe here, but let's see if I keep, there we go. But as you can see on the wax paper there, I'm going to cover up the shoe so we can say that for the light box. On the wax paper there, you can see that you have the Billie Eilish wording surrounding the Jumpman logo. And as far as the box is concerned, that is it. So I do not want to waste you guys' time any longer. We're going to go ahead and jump into the light box so we can get a closer look of this shoe that I find interesting and let you know what I think about it and how it fits. That's it. See you in the light box. Into the light box as promised. The Jordan 1 KO Billie Eilish collab. And as you can see it in all of its glory, that is absolutely Key Lime. It may now be the brightest shoe in my collection next to the Kobe Grinches. These are, I'm just gonna go. I know they say key lime, but like I always say, I give my own colors. This is, well, not that it's a new color, but this is definitely neon green. It's like definitely a flashing street shine and street sign in Times Square. So let's first. I've never owned one, so this is different for me. I know other people are reviewing it that have it, probably from a standpoint of I've owned one before, but I haven't. So I'm going to review it from a standpoint of, like I said, it's completely new. So for those of who don't have one, such as me, the Jordan KO or Air Jordan KO1 Billie Eilish. Let's just first explain what's the difference between her shoe and a regular one. So a lot of the ones that have come out recently, the one in the royal blue and the one in Chicago red that have come out, recently and last, I think the other one was maybe last year. They of course have a mix of mainly canvas and some leather. This shoe is 100% vegan and 20% of recycled materials was used in making this specific shoe. So what does that mean? I have absolutely no idea, besides the fact that it's recycled and part trash. But it's not trash. So forgive me. I'm not saying this shoe is trash, but I'm saying if it's recycled, it was recycled from trash. Anyway, as for feeling, it does not feel like leather because it's vegan. So I guess this is, I'm assuming when they said vegan, I from what I've read, I haven't read anything that specifically said vegan leather. It's just saying vegan. So I'm not sure what to do with that information. As far as feel, I'm not saying it feels rubbery, but it feels somewhat close to rubbery, but it does not feel that way. Um, as you can see, the whole shoe is literally key lime insole, outsole, midsole, and every single part of it. As you can see, the trim in the shoe, all of this right here, and I don't know if you can hear that versus that. This is, the vegan part. This right here is some type of, like of a hard canvas color. I'm sure you can hear that. So that is what all that trim you see around the eyelets and different parts of the shoe is around the toe box there. That is all some sort of tougher canvas feel. There's not a lot to show you, I guess, is indifference. If you've seen an Air Jordan 1 KO before, that's what you got here. You see you have this, and once again, I have not held one. You see you got this little pull tab here. Almost like the dunks here, you have the flap right there, something, and there's nothing to let me make sure. I hadn't seen anything earlier, but nothing in the flap to make notice of. One thing I'd say is interesting, and I don't know if it's really noticeable on camera. Have you ever had a biscuit? This is how I'm going to explain it. If you've ever had a biscuit, right, a really good one from a good restaurant, and they give it to you in that white bag, and the grease goes through the bag, that's what the coloring of the Jordan logo actually looks like. Even if you look right here on the inside, right there, it actually looks like the grease from a good biscuit leaked through the material. I mean, it's not a flaw. This is actually, from my guessing is that's actually just how it should look. So I'm not making fun of the shoe and saying it looks funny. I'm just saying that's the feeling I actually think they were trying to get. The AJKO, in my opinion, actually weirdly looks double stamped. I don't know if that's truly just it might be my eyes playing with me, because actually as I pull it into a different lighting, it doesn't look double stamped, but it does have that grease through the biscuit bag look. I know that's a new explanation there. Let's go through more of the more so unique parts of it. So right here you have the Billie Eilish logo she has, instead of your regular Nike Air, or if it was a mid, the Jumpman. On the insoles there we go. You have the Jordan logo or Jumpman logo in there, but surrounding it, as on the box, you have Billie Eilish. As far as how this shoe looks, that is pretty much, just to be 100% honest with you, everything in a nutshell. But the one thing, well, actually, before I even jump into sizing or how it fits, just once again mentioning, I know I mentioned it earlier, she also on her website last week dropped the Jordan 15, which is in a tan colorway. I've only owned one Jordan 15, and as some shoes that are not as desirable for me, they end up trade bait, and that's what that one ended up being, getting me something better to wear on my feet. But this one here, as you can see, is not a Jordan 15, and I did try it on, and so it fits tight to me around the toes, and I don't know if it's because that's how Jordan 1 KOs fit. And for those of you who has ever worn a Jordan KO, please feel free to tell me in my comments if that's how they all fit. Or I don't know if it's because the material, this vegan leather or vegan material, is thicker. It does, to me, seem thicker. I held it up against my I actually was wondering, sizing wise, if it was a problem. I've worn size 12 women's before, because they just equal down to a size 10. Size 10 and a half. And I haven't had any problems. They've never been slimmer when it comes to Jordan 1s. But this was really, for me, it was really tight around the toe box. And I have women's 12s. Hold on one second. I'm going to actually go grab my other Jordan 1 size 12 in women. All right, so I'm back, and like I said, I just wanted to grab another Jordan 1's 12 in women. So I actually just held it up against another one because I just was curious if the sizing was off. And when I looked at it, the sizing was not off. And then I even wanted to see like if width wise, if I held them together, was one wider than the other. And as you can see, so I'm trying to keep it as even as possible. They are, for the most part, the exact same size. You look at the toe box, they appear the exact same size. So I can't conclude on if it's the vegan leather or if the KO just fits slimmer in the toe. It feels slimmer in the toe, but as you can see by looking at both toe boxes, one isn't necessarily bigger than the other. Like I said, when you push them together and hold them, I'm sorry, I'm not doing it as perfectly as I was before. But when you kind of put them together, they're pretty much really they're exactly the same size. So fit wise, guys, if this is a shoe you're gonna get, I don't even know if I would say a half size up. It was pretty tight on my foot. I'd almost say going a whole size up. I wish I had another one to compare it to. Once again, I really implore anyone who has any previous version of a KO to please let me know how they fit on you. Do they typically fit tight? Are they not normally your true size? Because a size women's 12, which is this is, always fits like a 10.5, but this absolutely does not. It even fits a tad bit tighter than when I get a 10.5 dunk. And my 10.5 high dunks always fit a little snugger on me, which, you know, I don't mind. But this type of snug was an uncomfortable snug. So I would almost say a full size up if you're planning on getting this. Either way, let me not beat this dead horse because I already have. This is the conclusion of the Jordan 1 KO Billie Eilish collab. I don't know how I feel about it. You know, I'm in the middle on this one. I'm in the middle. I love leather. The whole vegan thing, you know, yes, I want to save the earth, but I love me some nice, rolled, sexy, premium, supple, soft feeling leather. And that's what it is. Anyway, guys, I just want to thank you for tuning in. What I'd ask is if you enjoyed this video even just a little bit, please subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell so that you are notified when I drop a new video. And I just want to thank you once again for tuning in. Mr. Gray out.